Hey everyone, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0. We are out once again at Harmonia Station, rejoining our very brave Mars crew, who is lacking bone and muscle density at this point, as they've been on mission for almost half a decade, but their hour is upon them. It is time to bring the Artemis and its incredibly heroic crew back to Earth. Hooray! Finally! We have a window, and we have the fuel, and everything else that we need to actually bring this crew home. So the first thing we're going to do is just make sure that they are all topped off. Alright, fine. We can leave that alone. We'll just open up all the windows. That's from the guppy, right? Yes, okay, good. Out, out, out. And that should get us all nice and topped off. No more numbers are changing. Fantastic. Alright, and just a quick check, make sure we have all of our fuels. Good, good, good. Alright, I'm going to actually lock one of... well, no. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Anyway, now I'm going to leave that open because we need it for thrusters and such. So let's do the control from here. Take a quick save, just in case. Anyway, now our node is at about 5 hours. It is a 2.9 kilometer per second burn. By best calculations, if we're pushing the hab, we've got maybe 3.5 kilometers per second at Delta V in the Artemis, and that does not include this fuel here, which we will most certainly use. So, I'm willing to bet, based on past experience, that the second I undock, our maneuver node is going to disappear. And that makes me very, very sad. Oh, also, what makes me very sad... no, we've got all the data stored. Okay, fantastic. Alright, well, let's, undock. And node is gone. Great. That's just... oh. Alright. Maneuver planner. Transfer to another planet. Let's let this calculate. Poke chop selection. It will probably be up here. No, we need to get that transit duration down to under 200 days. Okay. 314. No. Where is it? Come on. It's going to be down in this area somewhere, I'm assuming. $205 days. Create node. 2.931. That looks perfect in 1 hour and 22 minutes. So we're even going to leave a couple of orbits sooner. Our transit duration of 205 days is well within our 233 days. Really, 247. They can just come back hungry. Oh, that is riding the wire. We're going to need a bigger hab module if we're going to do this again. Alright, RCS switched on. SAS engage. There's our thrusters. Wonder which way the node is. Let's turn SAS off, because we need to preserve every gram of fuel that we can. 2.8? Well, that's a problem. How do we only have 2.8? Fuel in here. Nope, just the thruster fuel is locked. That doesn't carry any. This is our reserve fuel for landing. I guess we'll open that up. That brings us up to 2.813. I guess that's not transferring into the main engine at all. Okay, well, that's good to know. We can hang on to that fuel, but we will definitely be transferring this as we make the burn. That is very interesting. Well, Harmonia, it's been a very pleasant 5 years that we've been camped out here. Of course, now our mission timer is reset. That's interesting. Yeah, 1979. Day 266. We're really hoping to have them home by 1980 so we can fulfill that contract and get really paid. But, you know, here's hoping. Day 266. Yeah, I don't know exactly by what day in 1980 they need to be home. Yeah, there's our... Oh, yeah. Crewed Mars flyby. Lander splashdown at Earth. Not going to tell us our deadline date, but I'm pretty sure it's midway through 1980. I want to say June would be exactly midway through, but I guess we'll find out. I think we're going to make it, and I think we're going to be right under the wire. So there's that. Okay. Man, I really hope that fuel from the HAB gives us that extra 100 meters per second we need. I really thought I plotted this thing out for 3.5 kilometers per second. I guess maybe I did, but I didn't have the HAB attached to it when I did. Oh, you know what we can do? Let's turn SAS on. We can dump our waste products. Yes. Waste. Let's move that off of something so we're not... Dump. Okay. Waste water. Garbage collection. Dump. Yeah, look at that delta V figure go up a bit. Carbon dioxide. Dump. Delta V stat not improving a whole lot with carbon dioxide dump, but no big deal. And we still got a full complement of lithium hydroxide. We took that on. Yeah, we're totally not dumping anything else. Close window. Up to 2825. So I guess we're just going to be venting things into space before we make any maneuver whatsoever. Alright, we're going to pull gracefully away from the Harmonia Station, make sure that we don't impact anything or otherwise upset. We don't want to break anything else, is the core of that. It is topped off and full. It has a full thing of life support. It is basically ready for another crew to show up whenever it wants to, which is pretty awesome. We will probably be getting rid of the tug and the guppy just as soon as they're empty. Or really, the guppy, the life support slug, is not quite empty. We're not just going to throw perfectly good sandwiches onto Mars without good reason. So, alright, that should pull us away nicely. We just need to let inertia do its work here and wait our 1 hour until burn time. It's been a good home, hasn't it? We've collected lots and lots and lots of scientific data. We have so much science to bring home, and we're going to get so paid. It's going to be so awesome. Alright, oh man, so we're probably looking at about an 18-minute burn for this, considering that's our total delta V. Man, that is a very, very long runtime for this engine. No big deal. Alright, I think they can handle it. We'll just get ourselves to probably within, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes before we light the engine. Accuracy would be great. I should double check that node. We're already within 8 minutes. Great. Oh, no, no, no. What if it doesn't even take us to Earth? What if I plotted this and it doesn't take us to Earth? Oh, no. Let's jump this in orbit. Give us some time to play with, because we're not going to make a hugely expensive mid-course correction. We just do not have the time for this. +1 orbit. Alright, 1 hour 56. Fantastic. Oh boy. Whew. That is very interesting. Thank you, MechJeb. Bastard. Alright, so, alright, let's clean up the map view a bit here. Oh, good. That got rid of also our ascending and descending nodes. And now this maneuver is probably going to get a bunch more expensive. Oh, there it is. So we probably did have... can I not even focus view? Thank you. Yeah, we need to make some very small alterations to this. I said small. Yeah, this is going to be fun. There we go. That should be close enough. I'm willing to make that kind of correction once we get a little bit closer, like out of Mars SOI, or once MechJeb decides that we actually have an encounter. 2.933 in 1 hour and 55 minutes. So, let's take another lap. Alright, here we go. 8 minutes to node. We're probably going to be just a little behind. Whoa, did not mean to zoom in that much. So, activate engine. Alright, our service propulsion system is online. Ullage. Alright, here we go. Risky, very stable. Ignition. And we're going. Feels kind of good. Be bringing this crew back home finally after all of these years and their massive amounts of accomplishments. I feel pretty good about this. I really hope they have enough fuel to get home. I really hope they do. It's not like we can ditch the hab. We need the life support. Although I guess, nope, there really will be no rescuing them if we can't bring them back on this push. Alright, Armstrong, you've almost died once on this mission, or maybe at least twice. Once going down, once coming up. We need you to come home. We need all three of you to come home. Well, in thinking about it, this is, I mean, other than the landing to Mars, this is kind of the most dangerous leg of this journey. And also the longest long burn, I think, ever. We're probably coming up on something like half an hour or 45 minutes of accumulated runtime on this service propulsion engine. Yeah, anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, when they were coming to Mars, even if they couldn't affect the landing, just so long as they were able to break into orbit, they would be okay, because we could either get them to the station or get the station to them. There was a tug on hand, there was extra fuel supplies, there was extra life support. Measures could have been taken there to save them if something went awry. On this leg, not so much. I mean, I guess if they can capture at Earth, but not quite deorbit, we'll have a week or so to where we can get something out to pick them up, or at least resupply or refuel with a drone ship. But really, like, if they miss, there's no fuel available. There's nothing here at Mars that has any fuel to either perform a rendezvous or get them the supplies they would need. I guess in future missions we'll plan on having a fully stocked drone or a tug or something on station that could perform some kind of rescue op, or at least some kind of resupply op. Although I guess the point here is to just not screw up, right? Yeah, there's our transfer. We are officially going to leave Mars SOI. It's a terrifying thought. If this goes wrong, there's really just no saving them. And, well, in future we might be able to rendezvous with the derelict spacecraft and retrieve all the data that's on board, but there'll be no hope for saving our 3 brave cosmonauts. Or astronauts. Whichever. Anyway. And now is at the point where I stared at the map very intently, because MechJeb has been known to really kind of mess with me sometimes as far as what it tells me the node is going to do and what the actual resultant is. So I'm just trying to make sure that we're on course for hitting that node as accurately as possible, although I really should have started this burn like 5 minutes earlier. I think total burn time was coming up on like 15 or 16 minutes maybe. It was a very, very long burn. And the trajectory is coming closer and closer and closer to where we would like it to hit this rendezvous with Earth. I think the issue I'm starting to realize now as I'm re-watching this is that means we're going to be coming in screaming fast. And I think the fastest I've ever tested that heat shield was about 12 kilometers a second. So I really wonder what our speed is going to look like when we hit Earth, considering we'll be accelerating all the way from Mars. Since we're moving closer to the sun, we'll be picking up speed. And then when we get to Earth, we'll be picking up more speed. So I guess I'm going to have to look at the telemetry and see what that is. But anyway, back over to old me for some live stuff. Alright, we're going to shut it down there. That is nowhere near where we want it to be. But I'm hoping that with some RCS we can maybe clean this up a bit, although it does not look like much is changing. Alright, alright, this is, oh great. There we go. No. Alright, so I'm just going to touch this up manually in the most wasteful manner possible by using the inefficient RCS thrusters. Oh, come on. Just you have to right click on it while it exists, while it's an encounter, which apparently it is not actually an encounter. Alright, fine. We'll do it this way. And this is all incredibly sped up because it was just a very, very delicate process of trying to get this as close and as accurate as you can. And it's not being made easy by the fact that the node sometimes does and sometimes does not exist. But trying to do it manually by leaning on the controls wasn't working, so we'll pop out a maneuver node here and just kind of get ourselves pointed in something like the right direction, provided of course that the node actually exists. So yeah, somewhere around here is going to be right about close enough. So we'll get that dialed in and then we'll make our burn. Here's old me. Okay, 112 meters per second. How much can we get if we move some things around? Oh boy. 242. I'll take it. We're going to go ahead and get to this a little sooner than planned. Maybe we can save a meter per second or two. I am going to go ahead and light the main engine for this. Very stable. Good. Ignition. Engine lit. Switch back to the map view. Focus is on Earth. Thank goodness. Where's our blinky heart attack line? It doesn't exist. There we go. There it is. Good job. Bring it in nice and easy. Come on. Where'd it go? Come on. Quit. Yeah. And shut down. RCS off. That is a collision course. I'm okay with this. We will adjust it out when we're a little closer. Or maybe I'll just do this now. Oh, RCS has to be on for that to work. RCS off. There we go. Perfect. Kill the node. What's 448? Yes. We will correct that when we are much, much closer. Oh, thank goodness. They're coming home. Woo! All right. That is super exciting. Oh, I bet they are so incredibly, incredibly happy to come home. And 121 meters per second left. We do have some maneuver fuel, thanks to N2O and MMH. Left in here. Let me guess. This is... Oh, we've got more in here. That doesn't quite count. But anyway, we're going to save that. And that's our emergency fuel. 191 or 131, sorry. N2O. Half of this nitrogen tetroxide is supposed to be for these MMH thrusters. The other half is for the Aerozine, which is supposed to be fed into the main engine. So we do have a little extra fuel, thank goodness. And I think any future corrections, we're going to try to wait long enough to where we can ditch the HAB. So we're talking within just a few days maybe of hitting Earth SOI. And that way we can get extra savings by ditching the HAB module and all of its excess weight. So where's the sun? I'm going to wait until we've kind of got our backs to it. How's our electric charge? We are not charging, not charging, not charging. Charging. Fast forward. There we go. We've got panels into the sun. We've got life support galore. We have, 233 days of total endurance. And how long until we make windfall here? 194 days. Yes! Oh, thank God we got all of our bad luck out of the way with our Earth Orbital Station. And now our Mars sailors can have a smooth, clean, easy ride home. Go away. I mean, that almost looks like the sun at this point, doesn't it? It's a little weird how that works out. Goodbye, Mars. We will see you again soon. Don't you worry. Oh, we will be back. But a lot of that depends on whether or not these guys make it back. Whew. That was way more stressful than any single maneuver node ought ever to be. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.